Asian and European countries are scrambling to keep themselves safe from a new COVID-19 variant. First discovered in South Africa, the new strain, that's B11529, could be more infectious than the Delta variant.
Singapore and Japan will restrict visitors from South Africa and neighboring countries, while India has put states on alert and has called for more rigorous testing.
We're taking the news about the new highly mutated COVID-19 variant very seriously. We do know that mutations could lead to the emergence and spread of even more concerning variants of the virus that could spread worldwide within a few months. It is now important that all of us in Europe act very swiftly, decisively and united. The European Commission has today proposed to member states to activate the emergency brake on travel from countries in southern Africa and other countries affected to limit the spread of the new variant. All air travel to these countries should be suspended. They should be suspended until we have a clear understanding about the danger posed by this new variant. And travelers returning from these regions should respect strict quarantine.
The U.S. has just announced it will restrict travel from 8 African nations starting on Monday. It comes amid the discovery of the Omicron variant of the coronavirus, triggering many countries from Europe and the Middle East and Asia to also hit pause on travel from about a half a dozen nations in South Africa. And now add the United States to that list.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the weird part of YouTube, aka my channel. So yeah, before I even start the video, I want to wish you all happy Thanksgiving, happy Black Friday if you're celebrating shopping. For most of people who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, just welcome back to the video. It's holiday season here, and obviously a lot of people who wanted to come travel during the season. It is very very nice to have your families with you and celebrate this beautiful festival as well. So along with that, November 8th was the date where US had removed travel ban from almost all the countries, and people could travel freely and meet their families. But today, it's just been like 2 weeks, say 3 weeks right now, we have another new travel ban held for South Africa. I honestly never thought I'm going to make another travel ban video. I thought this is history. I'm not going to do it anymore because I've covered the topic so much. But looks like those things don't really, coronavirus or its new variants don't really take a break. So yeah, I'm here with another video. So right now, Omicron variant, which is much prevalent in South Africa, is now, especially the southern African countries, is now the reason why US is put the travel ban on those countries, specifically South Africa and 7 other South African countries. I'll put the list down in the description as well. So the ban takes an effect on Tuesday of this month. So from then onwards, the travel ban will be in place. So what happens essentially during travel ban is that you can't travel directly to the country unless you are an American citizen or a permanent resident. So there are some exceptions to this rule. This was much prevalent when India had its ban this year, and a lot of other countries that took it that were in the ban, and now again another ban. I honestly thought we were never going to cover this anymore, and we were never going to have this again. But obviously, Omicron variant is much prevalent, and apparently it's much more deadlier. From what I understand is that travel ban doesn't really actually help in anything. For example, the virus is still spread. If you're having exceptions, it does spread from those exceptions. Obviously, viruses doesn't know bounds on exceptions or whatnot. So this is actually pretty ridiculous. After so much of research, after 2 years of research, sorry, I'm not able to spell research properly, that we're still having the same sort of tyrannical rules on it, and then saying that this is why it needs to be there doesn't make sense. Obviously, this reason for its spreading for the Omicron variant is because of less number of people in South African countries are vaccinated. So US is going to donate more vaccines there. From what we understand, that vaccines have proven to be reduced this whole spread, and it prevents death, severe deaths and all that stuff. So right now, there isn't any information as to whether even the vaccines like Pfizer or Moderna can actually help in preventing this. So where are we going with this? So right now, South Africa is back again with this travel ban in place. What about other countries? So again, make sure you're vaccinated. It's extremely important to get yourself vaccinated so you can prevent this whole spread of viruses. But then again, if this new variants start coming in and it's going to spread to other countries, I think US will soon start putting those travel bans again, along with other countries. For example, Europe is also considering putting its ban. Not sure which date it is going to be. But again, if your travel ban exists, again, this means that you can't travel directly. It's not a ban that you know, on the country itself. So you would have to quarantine in another country for 14 days and then travel. But what happens is that very few countries, once the major ones like Europe or US, Canada, Mexico, all these bigger countries, they start putting in those bans. Transiting to and fro is going to be very, very difficult. So, you know, if you have to transit to another country where your country is currently banned, it becomes very difficult to quarantine in another country for 14 days. On top of that, added costs and everything, unless you're working in the US or something, trying to afford this is going to be really, really, really hard. So yeah, we're back again with travel bans. Again, I don't think this is gonna spread to other countries, but I know very less about viruses. But it looks like, you know, travel bans are the only established, you know, the rule that the guys put in, and not anything based on science. Even though people keep saying, oh no, it's based on science, we follow the science. But we know that travel bans have never worked. Even when travel bans were in place in India, where it was there in May 4th, we still saw the spread in the US, and most of the summer was just Delta variant and surges of cases. So again, you know, people are slowly starting to return to normalcy. Even for me, you know, people have to go back to work and everything. I myself worked from home for 2 years right now. Not really 2 years, but close to 2 years. But, you know, so the normalcy and everything is coming back, and so we have this new variant. So where are we going to go with this? Obviously, research needs to be there in place. Like, you know, you need to have, you know, whether the vaccines work against that. US again has considered donating so many vaccines to South African countries. So we'll have to see from the research whether boosters work for these new variants, whether there'll be a new booster for specifically for Omicron variant. We know that the boosters as well as the vaccines itself worked for the new variant. So yeah, stuff like that is what you know, is pretty important. But very, very sad to hear this news. But obviously, if you are traveling from any of these countries, yeah, you'll have to quarantine or travel as soon as possible before Tuesday. Or if you're transiting there, just make sure you transit or leave the country before Tuesday, which is in effect. So it's Eastern time, so essentially plan your route properly. If you have tickets booked, as well as any sort of tickets, or if you're planning to go to South Africa, try to cancel it today itself so that you can get your money back, or try to opt for a different route. So yeah, that's all for today's video. Let me know if down in the comments if you want me to cover more on this. Obviously, I'll be following more on this as well. But I do want to update you all regarding these news, as I've always been since the past couple of months with regards to these videos. I also want to update that people who actually follow my videos have actually commented, DM me on Instagram saying that my videos are really, really helpful, and they found that, you know, it was very, very easy for them to travel. For example, my one of the major trip is that, you know, travel to the airport much earlier in advance, and that really helped because it really cuts down a lot of you know, nonsense, as well as a lot of confusion from the check-in desk. So yeah, if you you know, love that, do let me down in the comments as well. So apart from that, what are the travel tips? Exactly the same. Do keep yourself vaccinated if you haven't already. I think in times like this, it's extremely important to get yourself vaccinated. Again, do your research. I'm not forcing anybody, but you know, if you have to travel back and forth, countries nowadays are really required. So yeah, get yourself vaccinated, get yourself regularly tested if you want. Again, if you have that option, and obviously stay safe as well. So yeah, that's all for today's video. Hopefully you guys are staying safe and enjoying this lovely holiday season. Till another video, see you later. Bye.